Well, what's up, guys? Once again, welcome back to Collecting and Hobbies. And today we're talking Nerf. What's in the future and the most expensive blaster so far. But definitely, definitely some cool guns coming up in on July 15th. They should be hitting retail. But until then, let's talk about the most expensive guns in the Nerf Pro Gelfire line so far. So, in this line so far, we've already talked about the extra hoppers. You can get some Nerf Neon Blue Gelfire ammo at Walmart, normally like $5 for about 10 or 15,000 rounds. You can get the ammo pouch for about $6.99 online, $7.79 at Target, or $9.99 regular retail. We got the Igniter. I got the Igniter 2-pack from Walmart, Igniter 2-pack from Amazon. We got the Legion. We got the Hero Uproar. We got the Nightfall Uproar. We got, we got the Quadrant Target exclusive, the Raid shotgun, which is the last one we talked about. And there's also a couple of like a 800 round hopper with some bullets for $8 on Amazon. And you get the Nightfall hopper for about $6 to $12, depending on when it's on sale, with 10,000 that one comes with 5,000 glow in the dark rounds, and you can get like 10,000 glow in the dark rounds for about $10. So that's pretty much it so far. We did talk about the Mythic, and we will talk about it again. But the next blaster we're going to be talking about, in a completely different price range, originally retailed for $49.99. You can normally find this on Amazon, eBay. It's discontinued in most retail establishments. It's Hasbro Pulse has it for full price of $49.99, but it's discontinued at all the regular retail outlets. And that is the sniper rifle, the Ghost. Now, the Ghost has basically, it's a regular rifle with a 100 integrated hopper, meaning there's no hopper that you got to screw on top. It's just a little panel that you pull up, and you can load your little 100 rounds of Gelfire into that little panel and close it up. And then you got a target sight on the end of the gun. You got another target sight on the gun near the ammo, and there's a little dial. If you push it all the way to on the left, it'll go all the way up. You do it on the other side, it'll go all the way down. And then you also have another dial on the side where you can make it go left or right. So one amazing thing that I found about this, now if you line up your sight like a can or something, like a Coke can or something, down on the sight at the very end of the gun, and then you slowly move it up until it's a perfect alignment with the other sight too, every single time it'll hit its target. Dead on, bullseye. And lining up sights on excuse my French, toy guns is not always perfect, but that one, it works every time, especially if you're aiming downwards and there's no wind. If you're aiming at something upwards and far away, it, depending on the wind, you may or may not hit it. But I did aim it at a stop sign because I lived close to the corner of our street from about 75 feet away, and hit the exact middle of the O, which is what I was aiming for, from 75 feet away with no wind. So it's really, really awesome gun. It actually claims to shoot 200 FPS and it seems like that to me. It does shoot accurately, approximately, again, with no wind, about, because it is a single shot, weapon or blaster, sorry. It will shoot about, I would guess about 75 to 85 feet accurately, and just in general, probably 150 feet, pretty close. So, it's a really nice gun, and for 30, especially for $30. And the one thing this gun has that a lot of the other guns don't have, with the Legion, you can actually take the barrel off of the Mythic, which I was going to save basically for the Mythic review, but you could take that barrel off and put it on the end of the Legion, and then it kind of looks like a laser blaster instead of just a regular pistol, because it's got an extended barrel or a silencer. But this one has like another 15-inch long extra piece that literally makes the gun almost twice as long. Not quite. It's about 15 inches long, I think. So it goes from about 25 inches to, actually I measured it, it was like almost 36 inches. So it's about a foot longer, because part of the design integrates into the upper half of the blaster, but the thing by itself is about 2 feet, or no, wait, about, I don't know, it's longer than 15 inches, or about 15 inches, I don't know, anyway. But I personally don't like it. It looks good, but I don't think, I've seen people say you have to have it on there to make it hit more than 200 FPS. In my experience, that's not true at all. If anything, in my particular copy, when I put that on there, sometimes it'll shoot 2 balls at a time instead of 1, which it never did that before. And it's not as accurate. So look-wise, it looks good like that. It also has an extendable butt to the gun, or the stock, or whatever you want to call it. It'll extend backwards, and basically have 4 positions. You can have it all the way in, and then just a little bit out, a second medium amount out, and then a third where it's all the way out. So there's a lot of features to this gun. Originally $50, now it's $30. But you can't get it at a regular retailer. Only eBay and Amazon, really. Amazon sold out of this gun. I think they did have a small amount of stock earlier this year, but they sold through. So I don't know if they'll restock it. I did contact Hasbro. They said it is an active SKU, but this gun was clearanced out at Target already. Walmart is out of stock online. So if they are going to reissue it, it might be a while, might be a few weeks, might be a couple months. Maybe it is currently in production again for a second go around. But as of right now, the only way you can get this item is through third-party sellers on Amazon and eBay. And I really like this gun, but I just like it better without the extended barrel. I kind of wanted to pick up 2 because I like the look of it with the extended barrel, but it just doesn't, I don't know, at least my particular copy doesn't function as well as it does without it. It does have an aluminum barrel on both sides, on both the gun itself and also inside the extendable stock. I guess that's supposed to cause it to do like a backspin and shoot further. I don't know, but that's what I heard. It doesn't seem to have that effect on mine, though. If anything, it jams or it'll make it shoot 2 at a time. So I'm not really... it just misfires or shoots 2 bullets most of the time with that on there. Maybe I just have a bad copy, but that's, in my particular experience, that's how it worked. And that is it, technically, for the majority of the Nerf line, except for the Mr. Beast and the regular version of the Mythic. Now, the Mr. Beast version of the Mythic has a smaller hopper than the uh, regular version. And the Mr. Beast, of course, is like a turquoise color. It comes with, I guess, less ammo, like 1,600 rounds. From what I've seen pictures where I guess the Mythic originally came with 1,600 rounds. I don't know why, or maybe it's supposed to be 16,000. I don't understand, but the copies that I've seen in store come with 10,000, and so that's what mine came with. I've had 3 of them. It was the first one that I picked up it was the one that got me into this, technically, this one and the Legion. The Legion I used for a few days because a friend of mine picked up. He was there with me, and he likes paintball guns, and he was trying to get me to buy a paintball gun, and I was considering it, but he didn't want to go to like be on teams and play paintball. So it's like, what's the point? It's like if we're gonna shoot the backyard and the paintballs to splatter it all up. So I showed him these gel blasters. I just happened to come across them. It was around October, November of last year. And I just thought, hey, I mean, if it doesn't work, I mean, it's at a Ross discount store. And the tape was broken on one of them. And I was like, it's like, does it have the ammo? Is there something wrong? And they're like, well, if you don't like it, just bring it back. So that's exactly what I decided to do. So I opened up the Legion. He wanted to save the Mythic for his grandson for when he came over. And I got tired of the Legion after, well, I didn't get tired of it, but I wanted to see what the Mythic could do. So after a few days, I opened up the Mythic, and I actually said to him around Thanksgiving or towards the end of the year, this is the best $17 I've spent all year long. And of course, this is my first automatic gel fire gun. I literally, it's an SMG. It looks like a submachine gun. It's got the barrel that comes off. It's got an 800 round hopper. It has an adjustable button where you can put it on single fire or rapid fire, which shoots. People debate on what it is. It's somewhere between 8 and 11 rounds per second. And it blew my mind at first when I got the Nightfall hopper. I will say the Nightfall hopper doesn't work as good as the integrated hoppers, like the Nightfall. The Nightfall integrated hopper, or the integrated Nightfall feature inside the Uproar for the Amazon exclusive, those glow in the dark like 10 times brighter than what the Nightfall hopper does for like the Mythic. You have to be like in almost pitch black, and you don't really see it too far. I don't know if it's just each individual hopper's kind of random, but anyway, it still blew my mind. I mean, at first I couldn't really see it because we had the like night light or the light on at dark in the front of the house. So I had to turn it off. And once I turned it off, it's like, wow, I could really see it. And it was the main part that was fun about it was just watching the bullets explode and the glow in the, it's like watching fireworks. And you could shoot it up in the air, but only with a full, you have to have the hopper on a certain way. It had to be completely full because when you gravity, you know, if it's not dumping all the bullets directly in it, if it's not full, then the bullets will be kind of going the other way. So the thing with the guns that you prime, you can normally shoot them straight up in the air. Just make sure you prime it right, and maybe just wiggle it a little while you're holding the prime down to make sure it gets in there. But the Mythic and the Legions were my first 2 guns. The Legion got me interested. Well, and I mean, it was a price point of $7, and I was like, you know, whatever. If I don't like it, who cares? You know, it's $7. But they also had the Mythic which was, which fully automatic with the rechargeable, lithium ion battery, and only takes like 2 hours to charge or less. And I was like, that was the one I was kind of debating, but I really wanted an automatic one because just looking at the Legion, I was like, I don't know, I want to like pulling this thing back all the time, even though it has this thing called Slam Fire. And so I bought them both. I played with the Mythic for a few days. Played with the Legion for a few days. And then after that, I just had to see what the Mythic could do. And I was not disappointed when I first opened it. It was really nice. And actually, when I found some more Legions later on, I bought 2 more because I knew friends. My friends were like, oh, wow, these are cool. So I was like, that way they could have 800 round, guns, and we could, all shoot them at the same time. And so I did have a problem with the second Mythic. I will say that the single fire would not fire sometimes on the 3rd or 5th shot. But if you put it in full automatic, then if you just pull the trigger 1 shot at a time, it'll shoot 1 shot at a time anyway. So that particular feature technically doesn't really need to be there. So I kept it anyway. I just told whoever, or sometimes I would use it myself because I already knew that it did that. And my friend had the same problem with his second one as well. And because he liked it so much, he showed it to his son, and his son liked it, and he already had like the Legion, or I don't know, some other gun, but he didn't have an automatic one, so he bought another one on Amazon. So just in my little circle of friends, there's a lot of people buying Nerf guns. So, and that's why I decided to go ahead and review these, even though I normally do action figures. But yeah, so I recommend all of them, especially for the price points of under $30. Again, at Ross, you can get the Mythic for $16.99. It's got an FPS around probably 160, 180, somewhere around there. And it fires 8 to 11 rounds per second. And as far as these new guns coming up, I don't know if I have enough time on my video before it cut out, but I'll try. There's a new gun coming out called the Pronto on July 15th. Both of these new guns have integrated hoppers, meaning that the hoppers won't be removable, where you can fill them up real super easy, but you can still fill these up probably easy, but you can't just remove the hopper and take it off. These guns you'll be able to look down the barrel a little easier because the integrated hoppers, and you'll basically take off the stock, the back part of the gun. It will be detachable, and you put all your bullets in there. And then when you need bullets and towards the ammo part where it loads the bullets, you just lift it up a little. Gravity will do its thing and throw all the bullets into the middle of the gun. So, and it's going to be a dual action spring, where it's like the dual wheel blasters where you just got to pull it with 2 fingers, and it's supposed to fire like 180 FPS or so. I think the box guarantees 150, but I heard it was more like 180. And then there's another one that will retail for $19.99, by the way. And then another one that's fully automatic, like the Mythic, and it's called, I think, the Galaxy Starfire, something like that. And it'll be 20 rounds per second at probably about 180 FPS. So can't wait to see that. That'll be really good for Nerf. It's supposed to retail $69.99, which is the retail for the Mythic technically on Pulse right now, but you can get it $16.99 at Ross. But maybe a day one purchase just to find out what it does. 20 rounds per second is impressive. Whether it has an integrated Nightfall hopper, I don't know. I hope so, because the Uproar does, and it's only $10 on Amazon. So I think it should. I hope it does, but I can't wait for these new models. And that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next video. I will be doing reviews of each individual weapon, or gun, blaster, whatever you want to call it. Bye. Thanks for watching.